Hello, everyone. This is Everyday Movies and Shows. Today, we're talking to you about episode 6, Claymore, the best show in the world of shows.
It was a really good episode. I enjoyed it. It was super awesome. I'd probably say my second favorite. Second favorite.
Second favorite, just from past the last episode.
Yeah. yeah. It's hard to beat the last episode. It's pretty awesome.
This is my other Claymore shirt, Bentham Maria. We haven't met her yet. She's my favorite Claymore. So, by far, my favorite Claymore. But yeah, this episode was badass. There's some questionable content in this episode. So, actually, at the beginning, the one thing, like after she names Claire and they start walking, that's when you see that bandit. You know, he's following them. You know, and then whenever they go to the campsite they're staying at, and then Claire's asleep, then you hear Teresa say, "Well, here we go." You know, or I think she said, "Well," because she knew he was there, and she knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So she was just, all right. She's asleep. I'm gonna get this over with. And that guy looks so crazy. He looks almost like a Yoma himself because he's got all the veins. He's like lost his mind. He's like losing his shit, you know, because she cut his hand off.
Well,
And plus it's infected and he's probably in a lot of pain.
yeah. But they're all psycho.
Oh yeah, they're all psycho. This guy is like psycho times 10 psycho.
Yeah, he's up there with the boss. Their boss. Their boss is pretty freaking lame.
Yeah, their bosses. Yeah, he's
But anyway, yeah, he's that was interesting. Like
that whole thing.
that was nuts. I didn't even know what to think. I was just like, "What is this?"
Yeah, he said that, you know, because she says, you know, you see my body, and he's like, well, I want to wipe that smile off your face,
Yeah.
you know, and it's, you know, and I was talking to one of our subscribers, Red Moon, Blood Moon, and he commented, he said, who's really the worst? Is it the Claymores? Is it the Yoma? Or is it the humans?
Oh, for sure, the humans.
Yeah, I think the humans
But
can be the worst. You know, yeah, the Yomas are eating people, but still, some of these people aren't really worth saving either. You know?
no. I mean, as far as I know, all the other than like I don't really understand with Claire. Like, I don't understand how you can keep a slave as a Yoma person, or other than like eating them. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that. But
So after the whole bandit guy, whenever she has her shirt ripped open, and then Claire is crying, saying, "I know it hurts," or "Does it still hurt?" And she's like, "No, it doesn't hurt no more. I'm good." And she's like, "But I can see it in your face. I can see your eyes. I can see you have the same pain I have in my eyes." And that's when Teresa realizes that Claire, she was never comforting Claire. Claire was the one trying to comfort her, trying to give her the attention that she needed.
yeah,
You know, that's when Teresa uh, sheds a tear.
yeah.
And she said something that's very, that was pretty sad. She said that even these silver eyes can shed tears.
She taught me something I thought I'd never learn. That even silver eyes like these can still shed tears.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
Yeah, I mean that's what I thought was interesting. Is like you can see like that bond.
Yeah, grow and grow and grow. Yeah,
super fast.
especially after that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So it's like then once they get to they get to the town right after that, like she cries herself to sleep, and then the next day they get to the town, right?
yeah. She's buying her clothes.
Right.
Yeah, she's buying a dress.
And then she basically says that she doesn't need any money.
Yeah.
That
I mean, what would they need money for?
yeah,
right?
she like is
Oh.
basically rich, but she never uses any ever money. So,
Because they hardly eat. They
Yeah.
sleep outside.
yeah,
So what would she? And plus, their organization provides them their uniforms. So what? I
yeah.
don't know what they would even need money for.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
That's
they
what.
were gonna say farewell after that. She
Yeah,
was
she was
gonna
gonna leave
leave.
Claire there, and she asked if someone would take her in, and someone does. A lady comes up, and because Claire throws off all of her clothes, she said, "I don't need all of this. I just want to be with you. I don't need nothing fancy."
Yeah.
And she tries to tell her, like, "Look, I can't give you the life that you deserve. I'm a Claymore. All I do is fight and kill Yoma. I
Yeah.
can't give you the human life that you deserve. Please go live with them. Think of me. Be happy living with the humans."
Right.
It's kind of what she tells her. And then this lady comes up there and throws a jacket over her and says, "Come with us." In the manga, it wasn't a lady; it was a guy comes up there because he said a pretty girl shouldn't be naked, so he put to come take her and live with him and his wife. Very small difference, but it was a difference nonetheless.
Interesting.
But yeah, after that, Teresa leaves, and you can tell it was hard for her, because
Yeah.
Claire's over there crying, but she does. She leaves her there, and then it's when the worst thing happens.
Yeah, she's heading out, and on the cliff, she like turns back to look around the town, and she spots the bandits heading that way.
Oh no.
And this is also different in the manga. So in the manga, the bandits go right past her. Like they're right past her, and as they're running by her, the guy with the nub, he looks at her and smiles, because he knows where he's going. He knows who's there, and that's when Teresa's like, "Oh shit!" That's when she starts headed back, but they're on horseback, so they get there
But
before her.
but they're so fast. Even Claymores are so fast.
I know it
Like,
doesn't make sense why she took her so long to get there because they're so fast, but we don't really know how fast they are. But you're right. She should have been there in time, I would have thought.
At least for the whole village not to be
Yeah, not to be burned and
freaking
destroyed.
like falling down from it looking like it's been burning for hours.
Yeah.
Like
It's like she took a little detour.
so yeah, I guess so. She got hungry.
Yeah, I'm actually hungry. Claire will be fine. She'll be fine.
So yeah, then she gets there. Finally,
And this whole thing is so messed up.
it's gnarly.
It
I
is so
love
messed up.
it.
But you hear my music. Da, 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 da. Oh. Whenever you see Claire, man, that's my music.
I really honestly love the fact that they get what they deserve. It's
They
so
do, man.
satisfying.
They get what they deserve. And whenever.
Honestly, I thought the Claymore. I thought she wasn't gonna do it. Like, I honestly thought she was just putting her in front. And she finally was just like, you know
Well,
what?
she snapped once she saw that guy have Claire,
Yeah.
and is dragging her, and then he looked over and said, she cried so much, and all she did is holler, "Teresa, Teresa," and that's when she snapped.
I love watching the veins in her neck when she's screaming. She kept crying, Teresa, Teresa.
Yeah.
That's when she snapped. But the way she killed that guy, damn, son.
I'm tired.
Man, first he cuts off his hand. He's like, how am I gonna caress you? Oh, and then he just
But
splits in two
Yeah.
right there. I was like, geez, that's cool.
That is awesome. Yeah, I thought yeah, it was really awesome that she kills them all, and then like that dude with the falcon sword.
Yeah, the Falcon Sword, yeah.
The falcon sword is like
Pretty cool, right?
It's interesting. It's like a combination between a sword and what is it, like a whip almost,
Yeah.
like a whip sword. It was really interesting. But yeah, she just made him look like
Like nothing. Like a
child's play.
child's play. It's like, ha ha, Claymore. See this? You just going so fast you can't even see it.
How can you fight when you can't see?
Yeah, and she's bam, dead. D dead. But you know what? In the manga, it's a little different as well. So in the manga, he's doing that same thing, but he actually hits her. It doesn't really hit her; just tears a piece of her clothing. Like she's kind of looks at a piece of her clothing, tears. She's like, "All right, you're done, son." And
Yeah.
then she goes over there and kicks his ass.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. That's probably my favorite
But
scene.
but the scene after you see her with Claire, and you see all the dead bodies everywhere,
Yeah.
the blood everywhere. I'm like, man,
That's what I mean. Like that's where it like.
she wasn't playing around.
Well, it's not even just that because it's not even just the bandits. It's like everyone else too. It's like what fucking took so long? Like what? Where? When did we get to this point?
Yeah.
Like what were you doing when this is happening? It's just I don't know. I thought that was because like the scene it shows her running down the mountain. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, she's gonna catch them or at least be
Yeah.
right on their ass, you know.
That's what.
And then the next scene,
the next scene.
it's like everything's burning. It's, oh yeah, everyone's like screaming and everything. It's just like where the hell is Teresa even at? Like, and then it takes a second, and then she appears. You know what I mean? And then she's there. It's just like, what the fuck? It's not what you led to believe in the last scene. You know.
Well, she was a long ways away. Whenever she saw him on horseback, she was a long ways away from the city. She was a long ways away from them. But you would think that she could have got there a little faster. But who knows how far away she really was compared to people on horseback.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe an hour, Maybe an hour is all it took for them to destroy the whole town and kill everybody pretty much.
I guess. So then after the town,
That's whenever she's back with all the claymores surrounding her.
okay, so yeah, no, like after the, because she realizes what she's basically she's gonna have to die, like because of what she did, and so she goes to face her judgment, which I thought was pretty sad. It's like nah, it's because even like. Even the freaking organization, the dude of the organization says not even the best can be exempt, not even the worst kinds of humans or whatever, even if it's like justice can be exempt from the rules, which is silly.
Yeah, I hated it too. I'm like, come on now.
Same thing like as in real life, it's like you can't go out of the way to like, I don't know, what's a good example? You can't go do something right, but do a couple of wrong things in the process to doing that right thing in order for it to be justified. It doesn't justify it. You know what I'm saying?
But everything they were doing was wrong.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, but even in real life, if like you are going to save someone's life, but you take out like 5 vehicles in the process, you're still gonna get in trouble for taking out those vehicles, even though you saved someone's life.
Unless you're, a Marvel superhero.
But that's what I'm saying.
Imagine the insurance those guys have.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like they really do the whole real life thing because it's like, they're like, oh yeah, it's like you just because you saved bunch of people's lives from killing these bandits, because I mean honestly, like future people that they were going to kill, you saved their life too. It doesn't really matter because you killed humans, so you're going to die, which is I get it, but it's silly.
Yeah, sucked. But it was cool seeing all the claymores there surrounding her.
Yeah.
Did you think they were actually going to kill her?
I thought she was almost brainwashed to the point where she was just like, like this is like who I am, this is my organization, like this is all I know, so I'm gonna die. Like I thought she was gonna let it happen, but then she was like, fuck you guys.
How badass was she? Took out every claymore in one move, but only hurt them enough to immobilize them.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty badass.
That's super cool.
That's how badass she is. Yeah, she is the most powerful Claymore to ever be, according to our subscriber Red Moon. I was not 100% sure in that, but that's what he was saying. I don't know if that goes with all time. I don't know, because there's some that are pretty powerful that haven't awakened. But we'll go down that line one day. but yeah, fucking Teresa takes them all down, and then takes Claire.
Just walks off in the sunset.
Walks off in the sunset, and he said, "You're gonna regret this." And she says, "No,
not today. Anyway,
not today."
That was pretty badass. I'm like, she might regret it later on, but she doesn't regret it today.
Well, she said a little bit different in the manga whenever the guy says, "What are you doing, Teresa?" she says, "I found a reason to live."
Yeah.
And this
Same
is,
thing with Rocky.
yeah,
Or Rocky, whatever.
yeah, Rocky, damn it, yeah. And so she's like, "This little girl gave me a reason to live,
He thinks
for
she
myself,
could
not for organization."
Rocky.
But I mean, overall, not a lot of stuff happened this episode. Yeah, she goes in, she just kills all the people, all the
Yeah.
bandits. She saves Claire, and then she escapes her execution.
Yeah, it
But
was the Falcon Sword and the Claymores at the end that really did for me.
next episode, man, next episode, we get some really badass fight scenes. Some crazy shit goes down.
Excuse me.
It gets pretty good. But at the very end, whenever the guy says summon 2 through 5, claim the levels or numbers 2 through 5, so that those are like the most powerful claymores that they have. Not including Teresa. So it makes it interesting.
So that's the ones that were trying to kill her?
No, that's who the guy tells her.
Oh, they're
Or
gonna
he
summon?
tells the other people summon 2 through 5 to deal with Teresa. Because she's Teresa's number 1, so he's like, go summon 2 through 5.
Okay, so 7, 3 other Claymores.
4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
But anyways, that's episode 6. Not a whole bunch to go over, but it's a great episode nonetheless. I mean, I love it. Jacob, he loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
All right, we appreciate you watching.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.